These buckets are filled with grapes.
What kind of grapes?
These are filled with Chamberson grapes and arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop. Oh, stop.
Science is broken.
Greetings to all of you culture vultures and my fellow astronauts. It's here, perennially happy and everything is good, Byron Nominal Howitzer, your favourite Hollywood insider. How am I a Hollywood insider, but still not afraid to tell it like it is without getting that... Got a bit of finesse, innit? That's why I make the big bucks. Please go to my Patreon. Without your hard-earned money going to my Patreon, I won't be able to give my Labradoodle, Georg to Kai, the baby shower that she deserves. Patreon. Hard-earned money. Patreon. Sleep, obey, Patreon. Smash that like button. Find me on Instagram and follow me there. Ring the bell. Wet the whistle. And so on. But Patreon, really. The money. Money! Anyway, my darlings, we've got a cracking show for you today. Three-body problem is... I am sure the best TV show ever made. Not ever made up until now, ever made ever. Ever. It is that good. What it does is it refines its formula down so much that it becomes kind of like a very viscous slurry. And it doesn't waste time on being creative and difficult. It gets right onto it. And the most important thing is that three-body problem refines its formula to such an extent that I thought the show might be watching me and editing itself as I went. Consuming it, as intended, in a single weekend, it knew exactly when to take a break from the action, right when I was looking at my phone, and it cleverly put all its boring bits into episodes 6 and 7, and a little bit 3 and 4, right when I was nodding off before finishing it in the morning. Over a bowl of Eggs Benedict. A TV show that dares to dispense with gobbledygook maths and pragmatic boffins and gets right to the point. It doesn't take up any time in my busy schedule having to think about it. I can just turn my brain off and enjoy it. It's good because I don't have to do anything. I can just let it wash over me. But it's also about science, so I don't feel stupid. This video has been made possible by Shilpoo. Shilpoo, the hair conditioner shampoo combo that I use myself. You could use it to keep your hair free of dirt. I use it to keep my bouffant buoyant and Papadopoulos-like. Shilpoo. Three-Body Problem is a new and brilliant TV show from the minds of conjoined twins. I think their name is like D.B. Cooper or something. They adapted Game of Thrones from a novel by C.S. Tolkien, and here they're adapting again from some other series or books or something like that. Naturally, it's far better than the books because I don't have to do anything, and if I miss anything, there's always the catch-up. It's about scientists who discover that science doesn't work properly because aliens are coming, and they have to do something about that. Even though the aliens are 400 years away, their magic computers are mucking with Earth now, by making scientists lose their minds, and disrupting scientific research, and making people buy GameStop. Their unending power threatens the entire time-sharing industry. They've also got an incompetent cult of Earthlings to do some of their bidding. So, our group of scientists have to contend with bad driving, nasty messages only they can see, and all their personal stuff too, because this is where a three-body problem really shines. In fact, I think this show might be a first. You know how you meet people and you get to know them, but you can't really be bothered to know them. Not like you don't like them, but just that you don't care. And you have to interact with them for whatever reason, and they're okay, but you're engaging with them because of their function, and they could be a chatbot and it wouldn't make any difference. Well, this show totally gets that. It doesn't waste my time with nuance or meandering backstory explaining a traumatic childhood event resulting in present-day protagonist having a chronic fear of being happy. Been there, done that. Instead, Menage a Problem expertly implies these things without wallowing and presents an exciting cadre of exciting heroes. Probably change that second exciting there, don't forget. You know, invigorate, you know, something like that. Loquacious. loquacious heroes that altogether cover every major section of society if they were scientists from Oxford. First, the non-eggheads. We've got ambitious Navy man, no-nonsense waistcoat-wearing, slick-backed grey-hair-having spymaster, who speaks with a provincial accent, so you know he means business-like. Benedict Wong, man of 1,000 faces, as a dude with some skills that we'll probably see in Season 2. And the skills are very certain. He doesn't have a lot of skills, but the skills he has, oof. And they synergize well. Jonathan Pryce as himself, because he's old, and that's what's expected. But the scientists are where the well-drawn, stereotype-defying, incredibly well-observed and compassionate representation is at. Pastry-loving businessman, black stoner, mathematically inclined Asian, trout mouth, dying Sadak, and of course, cartoon monkey. Don't worry, the blackboard takes a backseat to the riveting action sequences and really cool-ass bits of action. So amazing special effects, so you're not going to be bored, right? Video games, you like video games? There are video games in this. The creators of this clearly know what video games are. How cool is that? And I must say, the video game featured in Three Body Problem looks amazing. I wish I could play it. It looks even better than that E.T. one. The best thing about it is it's really important to the story because the aliens want Britain's top minds to compete for a chance to sort out their shit society. And that is where the politics come in. Unstoppable aliens coming here, migrating from another place, another culture, trying to overtake everything. Breeders really afraid. I think it's a brilliant subtext, whilst also it's about the British coming here to NoHo and buying up all of our condos. Gazump me! I have 17,000 followers on Instagram. You have awoken a giant! Another great thing about 3 Episodes Problem is everyone's seen it, or everyone's seen it. So really, it's a quite social digestif, isn't it? When you think about it, because you can, like, when I'm talking to people, and it's like I was saying earlier, like I don't dislike them, but I don't care. Oh, what am I going to talk about? Like the weather again? You'd be like, oh, you've seen the 3 Body Problem? I'd be like, I have. And you could say to them, what about the ship bit? And they'll be like, yeah, like cheese wire. Like, yeah, exactly, like cheese wire. And you could be like, trout mouth. And they'll be like, yeah, and aliens. And then and then they'll be called into the dentist's office or whatever, and you can go back to colouring. I think the DB Coopers have really, what they've done is they've raised sci-fi television up onto like a raised highway, and we're on there and we're looking down at like movies and video games is like they're like, we make so much more money. I'm like, fuck you video games, fuck you movies, fucking Kirk Jones, fuck Nanny McPhee my ass, fuck you, you're all shit, you're shit, and we're spitting on them. And they're like, going, no, and then a cop comes along and he goes, and we're like, no, don't, and he's, and we're like, yeah. I just want to say no for that. Amazing, thought-provoking stuff, and I like how it echoes real life because it just sort of ends. And like you never know what's going to happen next. And even if you did live like a bit longer and find out what happens in Season 2, that's going to be the same. It's going to end, like, it's going to keep going. And never. I'm not going to live 400 years, am I? So that's good. And I think that's all I'm contractually obliged to say about the 3 Body Problem. It was really good. Don't forget to join me on my stream with some, some other fucking streamer. I'll be making the same points over 135 minutes. No more, no less. So thank you very much. Bye. Bye. Oh, also on the we're raising money for the Idris Elba Palpatine conflict that's going on right now, so give us some money, keep that going. All right, bye.